To the latest from Sri Lanka, the crisis-beset island nation is now battling an unprecedented economic crisis. With the island nation also battling a political crisis, the Sri Lankan government today appointed 9 new cabinet ministers. The appointment comes days after Ranil Wickremesinghe took over as Prime Minister to form a new cabinet after Mahinda Rajapaksa resigned from the job. The first appointment of an all-party interim government was made last week, when President Rajapaksa had appointed 4 ministers last week. 9 new cabinet ministers took their oaths earlier today. The appointed ministers fill the posts for critical portfolios like health, trade and tourism, naval and aviation services. The cabinet includes J.L. Perez as the foreign minister. However, no finance minister has so far been appointed. The tourism-dependent island nation is facing a dire shortage of foreign exchange, fuel and medicines. Economic activity in the country has slowed to a crawl, and hence, appointing a finance minister is significant in the wake of negotiations with the IMF for a possible bailout. The new ministers include 2 from the main opposition, the Samagi Jana Balawagaya, the former minister Nimal Siripala da Silva, representing Sri Lanka Freedom Party, and 3 independent members of parliament are also among the new 9 ministers sworn in today. Both the SLFP and the SJB are likely to take disciplinary action against members of the party which joined the government. Meanwhile, after the country defaulted on its sovereign debt, the group of 7 nations has now supported efforts to provide debt relief to Sri Lanka. The G7 nations committed to finding long-term solutions for the Indian Ocean nation. Sri Lanka has been urged to negotiate constructively while the International Monetary Fund on a potential loan program. And for more on this, our correspondent Dasuni Athara has sent us the latest from Colombo. Have a look. The success and stability of the newly appointed government was put into question shortly after 9 new cabinet ministers were appointed here in the country, with the main opposition, the Samagi Jana Balawagaya, stating that they will now be suspending 2 of its members for purely taking up cabinet portfolios. That's not all. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party, which now sits independent in parliament, have also said that disciplinary action will be taken against MPs who take up cabinet posts. This puts into question as to how effective the much discussed and the much awaited interim an all-party government will be here in the country as Sri Lanka's economic crisis worsens just as much as its political crisis for months. Stay with WION World is One as we bring you the very latest. Reporting from Colombo, I'm Dasuni Athara. WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.